personal safety, there are a few subtle rules. Anyone caught breaking these rules will be promptly escorted off the premises. Where you may end up is anyone's guess.
Yes. Pretend I'm a little kid, Jordan.
Can you come with me, please?
Yeah, I would say like, I don't know, that was cool. Ready?
As we all know, I got really sick and didn't do a haunt at the house this year, so here's the community forge building, and we did a haunt here, so we're just going to take you on a quick daytime walkthrough. This is built in 2 days, so please forgive us. And also, we just finished operations for the night, so there's a lot of actor trash and a lot of other trash in there, so just gloss all over that. So, let's go in. This was our entranceway, so the tour guide would come in and shut this door behind them. Then we have the talking skull here. We got this light that flickers, it's pretty cool. There is a little trigger on the side of this box here. The actor would push and it starts the skull.
No smoking or open flames allowed on the premises.
So then they would come into the actual haunt, and keep in mind, this room gets pitch black dark. So you couldn't really see anything. So that really worked to our advantage. So then they would come this way, and I should mention that these were all guided tours, so there was always a tour guide in front of all the guests, and we only let people in 5 at a time. So they would come this way, and then the first scare we had for them was this air cannon up here, which... Close it! Alright. So that was the first scare. That got a lot of people right off the bat. So then they come down this like spider hallway, got some spider stuff and you know, some cool lights, just kind of keep people's eyes distracted. And then we come over here, and we had again more lights. Then we had this guy over here. So as I mentioned, every group had a tour guide and the tour guide had a remote. They would just hit buttons on the remote to trigger props. So he kind of lunges out there and then goes back in real nice and slow. Got a lot of people. That guy also spits, so a little bit of mist came out of his face when he went off. So then they would turn the corner and we had an actor right here. So then we go into the strobe hallway, which we hung 3 strobes from the ceiling, and then we have another 2 that we've just kind of miscellaneously pointed. We also put a bunch of skeletons in here because strobe lights make things look like they're moving. We would generally have an actor right here, and they would have a honker horn, and that really got people because they would run in the light and it really looked trippy. So then they would turn the corner and they saw our jumper guy over here. So He was on a motion sensor. There he goes. And he had a strobe light with him. And that was mainly a distraction for when we had a guy back here with a chainsaw. Then we have our gargoyle, which we got from Monster Mini Golf years ago, which we love him. He's been in a lot of shows. We brought him along for this one, and he's taking up a nice little space here. He also distracts people, and then they also get kind of distracted with the mirror here, because it's a three-way mirror. It really looks weird when you're walking at it, and makes the room look very weird. And it's great for hiding an actor behind. So we would have an actor either right back here or on the other side, and they would be able to jump out and freak people out. Then as they were coming around here, we had what was going to be our swamp monster, who's now just a kind of generic zombie. Again, tour guides would trigger these props. Alright. And he had a green light on him, and his strobe light really lights up the room, and it really scared people. So then they were kind of coming down this way. We got some toxic slime over here, kind of just to fill out space and kind of funnel people in this way. So then as they were coming up here, we would have a leaf blower underneath this table, and then somebody would dust their legs with air, and it really freaked people out. So after they got scared by this actor here, we normally had like a congregation of actors kind of over here. They were all doing like a little scene, whatever they would do. Freak people out though, so worked. Then this was the kind of like Hellfire Saber-Tooth Tiger scene. Just got a couple of the flame boxes, and then some fire and ice lights. And then the animatronic, which you've already seen, but you can fire it off again. So he was a really good distraction, and then we normally had some actors that would run out here and give them their final scare. And then this was where I sat for the majority of the night, in my little tech corner. So then over here, we had kind of our control station with, here was how we controlled the air cannon, and then each of the props had its own button. And then we had a wireless remote thing here, which interfaced with the tour guide's remote, so they could all run. And we did have to run trigger wire, all of those, and then there's that pneumatic block. All the air lines and power and everything is run across the ceiling, and then there's trigger wires for each prop. So there's a fair amount run on the drop ceiling, but it's all good. And then here was the little flicker unit, I guess. It's actually a Perfect Storm controller, and it's just playing a Storm soundtrack into it, and that flickered the light in the entry hallway, so that we could get that kind of cool effect. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. It went really, really well, and the actors really had a lot of fun with it.
How many people came through?
We had a few hundred people come through, so pretty successful. It was the talk of the party, and a lot of kids enjoyed themselves, so it was a good project.